Alright, what's going on out there, YouTube family? Just got done looking at episode 4. I apologize for not being able to watch it last Sunday. I'm looking at episode 4 and 5 back to back, giving you guys reviews, and if you guys are Patreon followers, you guys will be able to get full reactions, and prayerfully, with the help of an amazing editor, you guys are going to be able to get some full-on reactions, old school style. And it's going to be, I think we're going to publish them on the JVS reactions page, just because I want to keep the ball moving without it going too crazy. I'll explain that later. But as far as this episode, it's actually a pretty good episode. It was just a weird song that it started off like everybody's so happy and joyous, random sex scene with Magna and her girlfriend, and it was kind of like it went from there. And then you had like Ezekiel like contemplating suicide. And then we got the infamous Michonne and Ezekiel kiss, and I was that actual reaction, y'all. I really want y'all to see that. I might actually edit that one and post that up. But I don't know. I think it was a good episode. I think it was just very fascinating. Like, you know, everything was kind of like spiraling. You know what I'm saying? Like Lydia and Negan like literally are in the same exact boat. Like, even though Lydia has a lot to learn and gain from Daryl, I mean, never was ever looked at as the bad guy. I mean, Daryl did some questionable things, you know what I'm saying? Like, he kind of, like, borderline, like, betrayed his friend Rick at a certain point. But he never was looked at as a person that was a killer, that was an actual threat, you know what I'm saying? Like, his brother was the actual threat. So he's always been associated with danger, associated with evil people, but never, like, the actual threat. And Lydia is a direct association to that. Like, Lydia technically has killed people before. Lydia has worked on the wrong side of the law, and Negan is definitely worked on. He's been the leader of that. So it's like it's people can't let that actually go. You know what I'm saying? It would be the kind of thing where you got like a serial killer, you know, that did something terrible to your family, you let go, and you're expected to just live with that person. Like, realistically, when you think about it like that, it's hard. You know, we've seen him progress. We've seen him change. We've seen him, you know, build up a life, and there was a reason for that, you know what I'm saying? But ultimately, I felt like it had to come down to this because they were never gonna let him be, you know what I'm saying? And I think they, at the moment that, you know, that girl got killed, like he knew, like, flip, that's it. I thought it was actually a pretty good episode. It was just one thing I don't like about The Walking Dead is how they telegraph when people are about to die. They telegraph people when they got to die by giving them screen time. And I don't think Ezekiel's gonna die necessarily, but I think that Magna and the dude from I forgot the comedian guy's name, I forget his name, that literally went off of Michonne and Judith. They gave him way too much screen time. They gave her way too much screen time, and it's just kind of just like they always do this. They don't spread out. They did that, I think, first 4 seasons. I think they did a really good job of kind of like spreading out character arcs pretty well. But it's just so many different characters, and they're still sticking to the main slated people. You know what I'm saying? They have new characters, but they're not doing anything with them. I think that's one of the things I could say with, you know, the character Paul, they were proclaiming him Jesus, is that, you know, they had one of the best fighters, and you did nothing with this actor or the character. And up until the episode where he dies, it's just telegraphed. And that's one thing I could say that was the fault. But we'll see. We'll see. Maybe some's gonna be different. But they're gonna have to change it. They're gonna have to ultimately change it because they're not giving the new characters arcs. They're just kind of sidelines. Even like Gabriel technically has, you know, an arc, but he's still a sideline character. He's meaningful. Like there's essence behind him. He's part of the board, but he's still a sideline character. You know what I'm trying to say? But let me know what you guys thought about the episode. I'm about to look at episode 5 right now. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review. Definitely go check out reactions on Patreon channel whenever I get a chance to upload them. And definitely check out our reviews for Watchmen. It's actually pretty amazing. Anyway, keep it locked. JVS Swing and stop. Peace, guys.